Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 915th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 611,190 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,090 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 5 tanks, 14 armored combat vehicles, 27 artillery systems, 1 multiple launch rocket system, 1 air defense system, 94 drones, 1 military jet, 6 cruise missile, 41 vehicles, and 6 pieces of special equipment. The Russians launched 125 combat clashes and carried out 64 airstrikes, including 72 anti-aircraft missiles on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 558 kamikaze drones and carried out 2,800 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports. On the 17th of August 2024, Russian media reported that President Vladimir Putin promoted Anna Tsyvaleva, often referred to as his niece, to State Secretary of the Ministry of Defence. Tsyvaleva, who has been a deputy defense minister since June 2024, now holds a position higher than other deputy ministers, responsible for the MOD's relations with the legislature and other government bodies. Tsyvaleva had no prior experience in defense, having a background in psychiatry and medical supply companies. Her appointment in June faced mild criticism for nepotism, and her recent promotion may suggest growing insularity within the Russian elite. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Russian forces have made significant tactical advances in the Pokrovsk direction amid reports that Ukrainian forces have withdrawn from select areas southeast of Pokrovsk. Russia's most combat-capable troops are currently sustaining Russian advances towards Pokrovsk, and Russia's offensive operations are emblematic of the wider Russian theory of victory in Ukraine, premised on seemingly indefinite grinding tactical advances. Russia's continuous and complete prioritization of the Pokrovsk direction will likely impact Russia's overall combat capabilities in Ukraine in the aftermath of any Pokrovsk scenario, especially as the Kremlin tries to balance gains in Pokrovsk with defending against the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk Oblast. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reported that Ukraine's incursion into Kursk Oblast was in part an effort to preempt a Russian offensive operation into Sumy or Chernihiv oblasts, and noted that the incursion is an aspect of Ukraine's wider efforts to achieve a just and lasting diplomatic solution to the war based on the principles of international law and the inviolability of Ukraine's territorial integrity. Ukrainian forces reportedly attempted to advance into 2 areas of Belgorod Oblast on August 27 amid continued Ukrainian offensive operations in Kursk Oblast. Russian officials attempted to use International Atomic Energy Agency Director General Rafael Mariano Gross's visit to the Kursk nuclear power plant to falsely portray Ukraine as threatening a radiological incident likely to undermine Western support for Ukraine by stoking unfounded fears about Ukraine's incursion into Kursk Oblast. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized India's commitment to ending the war in Ukraine to Russian President Vladimir Putin following Modi's recent visit to Ukraine. The Ukrainian incursion into Kursk Oblast has reportedly heightened willingness among Russian citizens to sign military service contracts with the Russian Ministry of Defense. Ukrainian forces recently advanced near Kreminna and Russian forces recently advanced near Toretsk, Pokrovsk, and Donetsk city. Zelensky was speaking at a news conference. He spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, Kursk operation's strategic importance. The operation in the Kursk region is crucial to Ukraine's victory strategy, successfully preventing the Russian occupation of Sumy and Chernihiv regions and disrupting Russia's plans to create buffer zones. Secondly, Ukraine's victory plan and U.S. support. He plans to present Ukraine's victory strategy to U.S. President Joe Biden in September, emphasizing the critical role of U.S. support. He also intends to share this plan with U.S. presidential candidates to ensure its implementation regardless of election outcomes. Lastly, preparation for the Second Peace Summit. Ukraine is preparing a comprehensive document based on thematic conferences focusing on energy and nuclear safety, food security, and the release of detained Ukrainians. This document is intended to be a foundation for the Second Peace Summit, scheduled for November. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.